Complainant stated that she was unable to tell if he was a wreck, but she was able to clearly see his.
Do you have any questions, sir?
No fucking nerves!
All right, everyone. Today's court hearing is absolutely intense and quickly turns into chaos. The case involves a self-described sovereign citizen facing serious public behavior charges, and from the very start, the situation feels tense and unpredictable. Things spiral fast, and emotions are clearly running high in the courtroom. As the hearing unfolds, the individual completely loses control, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere for everyone present. His legal representative looks visibly uneasy, and you can almost sense the regret on her face. It's hard not to feel sympathy for her, knowing the long road of education and effort that brought her to this moment, only to be placed in such an awkward and difficult position. The judge appears exhausted and clearly fed up as the courtroom becomes increasingly disorganized. Nothing is running smoothly, and the hearing derails quicker than anyone expects. Let's jump into the footage and break it down together, and as we watch, share your thoughts on how you think this case should be handled and what stands out to you most.
What was the last name again?
Lane, Brandon Lane, yeah.
So, Mr. Lane, you were charged with, all right, you were charged with indecent exposure. You wanted to do the PC on indecent?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with indecent exposure. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
May 26, 2024, officers were dispatched to a defendant touching his private area at the Metro-owned downtown transit center located on 1900 Main Street, Harris County, Texas. The officer was advised by Metro Dispatch that the complainant called and stated that the defendant was exposing himself to her. The complainant told officers that the defendant was a black male in a blue hoodie and boarded a Metro bus, and then ultimately pointed the bus that he had boarded. Matching the description, and complainant witness confirmed that that was the same person. Complainant stated that the defendant followed her from across the street, pulled out his penis, and started exposing it to her and looking at her. She further stated that the defendant began stroking his penis back and forth with his hands, looking at her without speaking, approximately 5 to 10 feet away. The complainant stated that she was unable to tell if he was erect, but she was able to clearly see his penis as he was stroking.
Your Honor, after speaking with my client, the officers approached 2 males. I have to wait on body cam to see what the other male looked like, but my client's saying that wasn't him. He just.
I mean, I don't know. I think that there's probable cause to go forward now. Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane, we will get the body cam to ensure and see if that is in fact you, because we don't know. All we know is that we have someone that has identified you. I will try to have them get the body. Do you have it now? What evidence do you have now?
This is a brand new case, Your Honor. This is the 26th, so I don't know. There's nothing in yet, so I literally just wrote this up before I came to court.
Okay, I will, Mr. Lane, I will try to have them get the information and the body cams as quick as possible so we can verify that it is you. I would say let's try hopefully a week. The problem is that I can't give you a PR bond because you continue to take off on us. I had your evading arrest at 7503 because we can't get you here. So, okay. Do you have any questions, sir?
No fucking nerves!
Hey, hit the button, please.
Yes. Now you see how we look. I was-
Not the best time for me.
I don't know if it was necessarily him. It's just him.
All right, same thing happened down there with me.
That was, no,
Hey, Ms. Hayes, can we have him evaluated, please?
On his previous case, Your Honor, his first case in your court, he was already set for a mental health evaluation, but he absconded. He's homeless.
He's,
So,
the look that he was giving us, that was, did you see me eyeing you to?
yes, I moved over. Yes.
Why you see where I can't, you see?
Yeah.
He's pretty coherent when I'm speaking with him, but I've seen the episode
I
coming
just,
about. So he's gonna be in custody. Hopefully we can schedule the evaluation. I'll speak to the CLO and go from there.
for sure.
Thank you.
Connor,
That was easily one of the most chaotic scenes I've seen in a courtroom in a long time. The man walked in with the benefit of the doubt, presumed innocent like anyone else. But after that outburst, he practically damaged his own case without anyone else needing to say a word. His behavior alone spoke volumes and completely changed the tone of the hearing. He became so overwhelmed that he started hitting his head on the table, looking like someone who had just realized things were going very wrong. At that point, his actions showed a serious lack of self-control, and it was hard to ignore how much that worked against him. Sometimes, conduct in court can say more than any evidence presented. Credit has to be given to the attorney as well. She handled the situation with impressive composure, slowly creating distance as things escalated. You could tell she already sensed where this was heading and wanted no part of the chaos. After the look he gave the judge, it wouldn't be surprising if she was already preparing to step away from the case. Now let's move on to the next hearing, where Judge Boyd makes it very clear she won't tolerate interruptions. As people start talking over her, she shuts it down fast, reminding everyone exactly who's in charge and how a courtroom is supposed to function.
If you are in the box, do not talk to your client while we're on the record. How do you know we're on the record? Because I call the style of the case. I keep saying that. And what I keep saying is, I don't understand when we're not on the record, everybody just sits there and don't talk to anybody. And the minute we get on the record, that's when everybody wants to have a conversation. I have patience in my pocket, but slowly but surely, that patience is going to wear out. Everyone who's on the trial docket, if you are on the trial docket, you need to have the court coordinator or the clerk pull your file so I can let you know when you can be back here for trial, because we're not going to do this thing where everybody is rushing up here at 12 o'clock when we're actually taking our lunch at 12, because the prosecutors need a break at 12. The staff needs a break at 12. The court reporter who's been taking down everything that everyone's been saying needs their break. The probation officer needs their break. And do not approach the coordinator or the clerk when we're on the record. Again, how do you know we're on the record? Because I call the style of the case. Now, I hope everybody understands. And now that I've said this, you know what's going to end up happening? I'm not going to hear any chatter, and we're not even on the record. The end.
I honestly can't remember ever seeing Judge Boyd react like this before, so watching her lose patience was definitely surprising. That said, it's not hard to understand why it happened. Imagine trying to keep a courtroom running smoothly while several lawyers rush forward all at once, talking over each other, when you're just trying to move the cases along and keep the schedule on track. Judges are responsible for maintaining order, and they have to take that role seriously. Under Rule 3.5 of the American Bar Association's Model Rules, attorneys are not supposed to interrupt or disrupt court proceedings like that. So when things start getting chaotic, the judge has every right to step in and shut it down quickly to restore control. Before wrapping this up, let's talk about that sovereign citizen moment where he started hitting his head on the table. That's not how you make a legal point or win an argument in court. Behavior like that only works against you and makes the situation worse. Acting out in a courtroom doesn't prove a case, it proves poor judgment. It's also important to remember that conduct like this can lead to serious consequences. Disruptive behavior can result in a contempt charge, which may include fines or even time in custody. So while it might look dramatic on video, it's absolutely not something anyone should try in real life. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Drop a comment and let me know what you thought about this hearing. Was Judge Boyd justified, or did she go too far? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support. Take care.